Welcome back, guys, to Math Outside the Classroom. Today we're going to be talking about symmetry in shapes and symmetry in our lives and symmetry in the world. It's a lot of symmetry, isn't it? So let's take a look at the schedule. It says, first we're going to do our learning target, like always, then key vocabulary. Then we're going to talk about what is symmetry. Then we're going to talk about a line of symmetry. Then we're going to talk about lines of symmetry. And then find it in the real world. Okay, let's take a look over here. Our learning target today is find symmetry in shapes. Then I can draw lines of symmetry in different shapes. I think I'm going to get sick of saying symmetry, symmetry, symmetry. All right. Now, what actually is symmetry? We can see over here that our first key vocabulary word is symmetry. To be exactly the same on both sides. Then when we take a look right below it, it says a line of symmetry. A line of symmetry is a line that splits a shape into two equal sides. Lots and lots of symmetry today. Okay, so guys, now we're going to actually take a look at some shapes and talk about what symmetry actually means. So the definition says to be exactly the same on both sides. If we take a line, I want to make one line of symmetry, and what I would do is I would cross it at a point that I know makes it exactly the same on each side. So if I were to see, okay, what is this and what is this, I would know that this side is equal to this side. Okay? That's what a line of symmetry is. If we put a line that makes it cross over it and makes this side the same as this side, that's exactly a line of symmetry. Okay, let's take a look at the star. See if I can do this here. If I would cut this in half here and I flip it down, would it be the same? No, it wouldn't. But if I would take a line and put it straight down here, and I folded this star over, there, I would have a line of symmetry. How about the circle? Where could I put symmetry in the circle? What if I cut it here? And I flipped it over. Would that work? Yeah. This side and this side would be equal the same. How about here? I could flip this down and move it to this side. Exactly the same. How about here? Yep. How about here? Yep. So some actually have multiple lines of symmetry. They have more than one. If I would cut this in half this way like a kite, I can flip this over to this side. Okay? So if we have a place where there can create symmetry, we call that a line of symmetry. Let's take a look in actual pieces of paper now. So this is, we know from our lesson before, that this is a right triangle. Does a right triangle have any symmetry? Well, if I flip this down like this, no, that's not the same. Well, if I flip it like this, no, that's not the same. What if I go like this? Both sides are the same. So, my fold is my what? My fold is my line of symmetry. If I fold it exactly on there, each side is equal to itself. Okay? Could we do it with a trapezoid? I think so. Where would it be? Here? Here? No? I know where. Right here. Definitely a line of symmetry. Then I could draw it down like this. Ooh, I gotta go over my sticky tack, but that's okay. My line of symmetry there, and both sides are equal to each other. How about an acute isosceles triangle? I think you know where you would turn it already. Right to the inside. Both sides are equal. Then I have my line of symmetry. Okay? Like I said, some have one, some have many, and some have none. What if I would take this nice piece of paper right here? We see someone maybe took a bite out of it. I don't know, yuck, right? But could I make a line of symmetry here? What if I flip it this way? Well, it lines up on one side, but we find that this side and this side are not the same because this shape is cut out of here. Well, let me try it this way. Same problem. We still have something cut out of here. So some shapes do not have symmetry. Some do. we can find symmetry also in the world around us, which we'll talk about next. Okay, so we had a couple people make some shapes, and ones that they thought they had a line of symmetry. Now we have the first one. This one was by Miss Heather, did a beautiful job. This one was by me, Mr. Luke, and this one was by Miss Nadia. She did an excellent job too. And this one, you think you could guess who that one was by? Yep, Lukey came in and did this one. He thought there might be some symmetry there. We'll check it out. Okay, so I got 3 pencils here, and these are going to be our lines of symmetry. And I'm going to try to figure out where I could cut these shapes in half to find symmetry. Well, let's take a look here. I think I would put one right here, because this side and this side are the same. Good. I think I got one more line of symmetry. It might not stay. Oh, perfect. There we go. If we cut it down this way, it is also a line of symmetry. Okay? I think you're saying, oh, Mr. Luke, I think there might be more. I think you're right. We might be able to cut it this way. Let's see. Flip it over. Yeah, this would work too. We cut it and flip it over this way, and it probably would be a line of symmetry. And then that way we could do it this way as well. Okay. So this one, good job, Miss Heather, definitely has some lines of symmetry. Let's take a look here. This one's mine. I know where the lines of symmetry are. I know I can't cut it this way. I know I can't cut it this way. But I have one big, long line of symmetry going right down the middle. Cutting it all the way in half. Right down the middle. If we folded it over, it would work perfectly. That is it for that one. Take a look at this one. This one's Miss Nadia. Looks like she did a good job finding one with symmetry as well. Let's put it right down the middle here. If we cut it in half here, that would definitely flip over and be a line of symmetry. I think if we flipped it and went this way, so we have 2 lines of symmetry here. Stay there, yeah. And that definitely would be a line of symmetry if we flipped it over that way. Looking pretty good. And let's see. Oh, I just broke hers. If we went, I'm not sure. Maybe if we went across this way, no, that probably wouldn't work. But we got some lines of symmetry here. Now, I don't know if Lukey really understands this, but let's see. Is there anywhere we could put this to make symmetry? No. He has some things up here and some things right here. At least they had some similar shapes. But adding these two really hurt Lukey. So I don't think we have any lines of symmetry here. The rest of the 3 did a pretty good job. Alright, boys and girls, now we're going to take a look at symmetry in real life. So the first picture we have up on the top of the screen here is a picture of the beautiful Taj Mahal in India. Now, the Taj Mahal was a tomb built for a queen that passed away, and it is sure beautiful. Actually, the Taj Mahal has many, many, many lines of symmetry. It's exactly the same on all 4 sides. If we take a look at the next picture, it's the same thing, except for it's actually a picture of the Taj Mahal in, well, a cartoon, I guess. And you can see all of the lines of symmetry going across and up and down and all over the place. Those are all lines of symmetry in the Taj Mahal. Pretty amazing. And that's some architecture. Now let's take a look at a couple animals. So the next picture is of a beautiful blue bird. Now if we were to take, we wouldn't want to do this, but if we were to take a line and cut right down the middle of that bird, or just put a line across the top of it, we would see that this bird has symmetry. Okay, on both sides you can see the wings are exactly the same, and it's beautiful. The blues line up on both sides. Let's take a look at the last picture and see, could you find out where this line of symmetry would go? It's pretty easy, isn't it? Right down the center of this monarch butterfly. And if you look at the dots, they are exactly the same on each side. Pretty amazing, huh? Well, you can look around your house, you can look around your neighborhood, you can look at other animals in pictures on the internet, and you will find that there is a lot of symmetry in our world. And we're back with your word of the day to make sure that I know that you watched the movie. And our word of the day is kite. Like our shape right here, our kite. Please write that down. And our math joke of the day is, why was the math book so sad? Because it had so many problems. Thank you for watching and have a good day.